This video comes with a warning. If you do not like fun, don't watch this video. We will be having fun in this video whilst I discuss some really perhaps outrageous things about what I have discovered from drinking more water than I've ever drunk before, really. I'd like to think, actually no, scratch that. I don't think I've ever drunk as much pure water as I should have done. I've always drunk lots of herbal teas that are organic, teas not in tea bags, and I really wanted to believe that that is hydrating me, which it is. It's got lots of antioxidants in it, but part of me believes that I should be drinking pure water as well, and that is what I did for 31 days actually, not just 30 days, but it was 30 days of constant videos showing you all, and obviously we drank 2 on the last day where I also broke my record, because for anybody who hasn't been watching this 31 day series where I audited my life that I've just done, I'll link the playlist down below so that it's all ordered for you and you can watch it. But at the end of every day, to be accountable for myself, I set a water challenge of trying to beat my record, and I did break it on a couple of times. My personal best was usually 18 seconds, but today we're going to talk about what actually happened as a result of drinking more water. Barely even see those waves. Right, let's hope that you can see as I start to write. Number 1, this probably goes without saying, but we are obviously going to say it. I have obviously been better hydrated, but what does that really mean? Obviously, if we are better hydrated as people who are made up of 66% water, what does it look outwardly and what does it look inwardly? Let's start with the outwardly. I found that my skin, lo and behold, has looked even more moisturized. I haven't needed as much moisturizer as a result of it because the moisture is coming from within. It appears to have cleared up the odd bit of dry skin that I had, but also even the texture. For instance, our skin has a sort of elasticity, springy texture, and obviously one of the ways to test whether you are dehydrated is by pinching your skin. And I've noticed, even when I have been putting a little bit of moisturizer on, that my skin has even got this springier texture as a result of drinking more water. Hair. Now, this isn't something that I would have normally have thought was connected, but if you all remember, I did used to have a fringe even at the start of this 31 day series, and I've actually slightly flicked it out today, but when I don't flick it out, it has literally grown about double the length of normal. The average person grows their hair 1.2 centimeters in a month, and I definitely feel like that has been a bit more than the average in this past month from drinking water. Nails. Now, I do have a natural vitamin D deficiency, which I've spoken about before, because my body physically struggles to absorb vitamin D even when I eat plenty of it. As a result of that, my fingernails are very so slightly a little bit yellow in colour. That's from vitamin D deficiency. But from drinking more water, I don't know what has actually occurred scientifically, but it has made my nails actually appear a little bit whiter. It must just be somehow helping out the whole situation. It may even be helping aid my absorption of vitamin D a bit more. So, interesting point there. Now the next one is perhaps where physical moves into mental. Longer stamina. What do I mean by that? I mean it in quite a few different contexts. For instance, I have been regularly exercising, and I've noticed that when I drink more water, my stamina when I'm exercising is longer, but also that I feel physically stronger and that I don't need as much recovery time after exercise. But even in my day-to-day life, I feel like I have more stamina. So let's move on to the next thing. More stamina could be seen to being something similar to more energy. And whilst I sort of think it is, I also mean not feeling tired either and having more focus. So let's add those as well, as now we're talking about all-round energy. If we are dehydrated as humans, now I'm not sure whether you could call me dehydrated before, but I'm definitely better hydrated now. It becomes hard for our cognitive ability, it becomes hard to focus, we therefore become tireder easier. So just by doing these things, we can have more focus and we can be less tired. And what does that do? It makes us more productive, because if we're being less tired and we can focus better, we can often be more productive. So are you all seeing a pattern here? Being better hydrated flows like water into each one of these things. Now the tenth thing is something quite profound that I started thinking about because of something. I started thinking about how everything is connected, how the water flows, and then that got me thinking about the physical aspect of not just drinking water, but how something that my mum always says to me, when we are in the sea, my mum said that one of her favourite things to do is to feel connected to everything, which is such an odd thing for me to consider that I haven't thought about to do with water, because to do with everything else, like I've spoken about before, I love to be tactile, I love to feel things, and water is the staff of life. And it started me to think that if we don't drink this water and we don't have this water, if we didn't have this water here on earth, there would be no life. With this clear fluid starts everything, starts the cosmic energy of the planet and of living being. And then that's got me thinking about how my mum even thinks about how the water is all connected on the planet. And she says that one of her favourite things to do with every kind of stroke that she takes when she's swimming is to think about whatever lake or sea she is swimming in is connected to the rivers and the streams and the mountains and the precipitation process of it evaporating and coming back down in the rain. And really, this Zen feeling that many of us get in minimalism about being attached to nothing but connected to everything. With water, it is also physically connected. We're not all just made up of carbon molecules, and that's what makes us all made up of the same material matter. But with water, all bodies of water are physically connected as well. So I started to have this real respect growing for water as well. Now that may sound like a funny thing to say, but what I actually mean by that is that where, as I said, I don't really like the taste of water, particularly my water because of its hard water and minerals, I started to have this newfound respect that actually made me feel like I wanted to drink more. It became a mental thing that because I realised all these things were happening, I got a want, let's bracket this, to drink even more because of cosmic connection. Realising that when I drink it, I am truly connected to everything. And really, I think that all of this is good for your mind and your body. It really has set me about to physically feel healthier, but also mentally feel really healthy and really together with lots of energy in more ways than one. That's the list. Obviously not to scale. No red needed. Give it a go, guys, and I would love to know if any of you beat my record that I've set of, I think it was 1482. 1482. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. See you all later. Bye!